How's it going? Welcome to Over the Spectrum. I just wanted to do a quick review of American Horror Story Episode 3 from the latest season, Apocalypse. I've been thoroughly enjoying this season so far, so I just wanted to knock together a quick review, go over how I feel about it so far, what's been going on, the characters, the development of the plot, and maybe come up with a few ideas of where this might end up. Alright, before we get into this, spoiler warning for episodes 1, 2, and 3, so don't say I didn't warn you. Alright, now just in the opening scene of this third episode, we got a lot of big reveals, so they definitely hit the ground running. First, it was revealed that Michael Langdon saved Timothy and his girlfriend from execution. Now, to me, this wasn't too big a surprise, because based on how the last episode ended, they were either going to be executed, escape into the wasteland after fighting their way out of the outpost, or Michael was going to save them in some way. That was the only real way that could go. So that wasn't too big a surprise. Now, later on in this scene, however, it was revealed that Adina's Porter's character, knew Michael before the bombs fell. They met outside. That, I personally think, was a big surprise. I did not see that coming. Mallory was shown to be a witch. Again, I definitely didn't see that coming because she was only there by sheer fluke. So that was a shock. And also, her powers seemed to match Michael's. She flung him across the room, and he seemed shocked. He wasn't too impressed. And in a later scene, it was shown that he believes he had killed all the witches. Either that or she's something even more powerful than a witch, but judging on the end of the episode, which we'll go into later, I don't think that's the case. I think she's just a witch. So, with that, we also had the reveal that Coco and Mallory do not like each other. Coco wanted to fire her on multiple occasions, but just chose not to. Mallory was a bit more reserved, but Michael was basically trying to get her to admit that she wanted to murder Coco, and Mallory wouldn't admit that. Mallory got really flustered, and that was when the witch power was revealed, because she tries to leave the room.
Let me go.
Don't be afraid, Mallory. I'm offering you a chance to live.
I said, let me go!
It is also shown through scene implication that the Antichrist is looking for evil souls. They showed this by one character asking him what he's looking for, and then it immediately cut to another character saying, "Evil. My mother is evil."
And what kind of soul is that?
Evil. It sounds corny, I know, but there's no better word to describe my mother. It is...
After the opening credits, we immediately got a scene with Miss Venables and Miss Mead. Now, at the end of the last episode, Miss Mead was revealed to be an android, and judging on her reaction at the time, she was unaware of this fact. She spends this scene going through her memories with Miss Venables, and they seem to be quite vivid. She remembers trick-or-treating as a child. She remembers being an apparent assassin as a young woman. She remembers quite a few details. However, she does specify that there was always a young boy, that whenever she thought of this boy, she could not picture his face. Whenever he turned around, his face was blurry, and all she knew was that whenever she thought of that moment, she started to cry. She had no idea why. Now, it is revealed at the end of the episode that Michael Langdon himself actually commissioned her design. She is based on the one woman that actually meant something to him. I personally think this could be Constance Langdon. However, in that case, why does she not look like Constance Langdon, i.e. why is Jessica Lange not playing the character? However, it could simply be that Michael doesn't remember what she looked like himself, or for some other reason he just deemed that he didn't want her to look like Constance, but wanted her to have all of Constance's memories or something.
I know, I'm just a machine.
Never say that. You're not just a machine. Not to me. When I tasked the cooperative's R&D department to have you constructed, I gave them a prototype to model.
A prototype?
Of someone from my childhood. Someone very dear to me.
After the exposition scene between Miss Mead and Miss Venable, we finally get confirmation on Billy Eichner, Coco's loving boyfriend. You bitch! After an apparent year and a half in the wasteland, Billy is not looking good. His hairline is receding, he is covered in wounds, and all in all just does not look well. Now, he comes across a group of men that are apparently dining on some rather unusual delicacies.
I was a finalist on Top Chef, okay? Shit's like pork. If you don't cook it long enough, you'll get sick.
Billy does his best to try and negotiate with a couple Wastelanders to get some information on where Coco's gone. He asks them if they've heard anything about a shelter in the area. However, they just say if they had, they would have already raided it. The Wastelanders do not look good. Their hair's falling out, they're showing definite signs of radiation poisoning, openly indulging in cannibalism, even inviting Billy to partake. And then it seems they were just setting him up for one to attack from behind, because as soon as he shoots the one attacking from behind, they make a move for him as well, and he's forced to shoot one, and then basically disarms the other, who then tries to say, please don't kill me, I didn't always used to be like this, I was a school teacher, or special ed teacher or something, but Billy still shoots him. Which indicates to me he understands that this world, it doesn't matter what you used to be, what matters is what you are now, and what you are now is a threat to him.
On me already, thanks.
Where's the shelter? I don't know. Please, I wasn't always like this. I used to be a special ed teacher.
After dealing with the Wastelanders, Billy notices a horse-drawn carriage trundling across the wasteland. He correctly assumes that this carriage is heading for the very sanctuary that he is looking for, and so he hides himself underneath. Upon arrival at the sanctuary, it is revealed that this carriage contains nothing more than a sealed chest to protect it from the radiation outside. The chest is brought into the outpost, whereupon it is revealed that it contains a large number of pristine apples. Ms. Venable and Miss Mead then hatch a plan to poison the apples, killing every member of the outpost in one fell swoop. They would then kill Michael Langdon, take his laptop so they can work out the location of the sanctuary, and head there themselves.
There's not a bad apple in the bunch. What if they were all bad? What do you mean? Poison? Might take a little work to extract it, but we've got plenty. And we won't have to convince any of them to devour these.
Venable and Mead send the tall assistant, I'm not 100% sure of her name, out to deal with the horses. While she's out dealing with them, Billy drops down from underneath the carriage, sneaks up behind her, stabs her in the back, killing her. He then steals her swipe card to gain access to the outpost. Now, I have to admit, I'm sort of confused as to where he is for the next couple of days, because in the following scenes, Venable and Mead announce that there's going to be a Halloween party, and everyone is invited, everyone has to wear costumes, and that's where they're going to serve the apples. This is where Billy is next seen, in full costume, so he can get close to Coco without anyone realising that he's not meant to be there. But that does beg the question, where was he for those couple of days? What was he just hiding? Was he just like laying low? Because as revealed later on in that scene, he gets Coco to go into a separate room with him and then kills her. So he was there to kill her. So I'm sort of confused as to why he didn't just go after her while she was sleeping on one of the nights before the party.
I'm so happy. You're back. You're alive. You're so angry.
Alright, now we come to the end, the big finish, and it's a double whammy, so be prepared. Firstly, everybody eats the apples. Everybody dies. I could not believe that they just wiped out about 10 cast members 3 episodes in, but they did. It was brutal, it was bloody, and it was gory. It was delicious. And afterwards, the pure menace Sarah Paulson emanates as Venable, just walking through this room strewn with corpses, and all she cares about is the mess. It is glorious. Now, after the massacre, they head up to deal with Michael, as they had originally intended. Michael seems to be fully expecting them. He congratulates them. In fact, he's quite impressed by the initiative that Venable has shown, murdering all these innocent people. He offers her a position in the sanctuary and advises her not to stay on this course. She, however, merely laughs and then instructs Miss Mead to shoot. Miss Mead points the gun at Langdon, but then shoots Venable, remarking herself that she has no idea why she did it. It is at this point that it is revealed that it was Langdon who commissioned her creation, and Langdon who she serves, not Venable.
You've passed the test. You're perfect for the sanctuary.
Ms. Mead.
I wouldn't do that.
The final scenes of the episode give us one last reveal. 3 of the witches from American Horror Story Coven have arrived at the outpost. Cordelia Good, the Supreme, Madison Montgomery, and Myrtle Snow, who I'm sure we all remember was executed twice over the run of Coven. So it'll be very interesting to see how and why she has been resurrected for a 3rd time. Now, the 3 witches enter the outpost, Cordelia immediately giving the order that they fan out and find their sisters. The sisters are revealed to be Coco, Mallory, and Dina. The 3 are resurrected and...
Surprise, bitch. I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me.
Thanks for tuning in for my review of American Horror Story Apocalypse Episode 3. If you enjoy what I do, please like or subscribe, or even just leave a comment down in the comment section. And hopefully I'll see you for Episode 4.